Join in on the fun and grab your glue gun. It's the Preppy Crafty Girl Show.
Hey everyone, it's Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and I am here to talk about glues. Currently, I have been using art glitter glue. I've been using tacky glue. I decided to give that a try. And then I have Fabri-Tac, which I don't have the Fabri-Tac bottle here, but I put Fabri-Tac in one of the sugar bells. And I've been really pleased with using the art glitter glue and of course, the Fabri-Tac or the 3-in-1. However, the issue is that they've gone up in price so much. I don't know if you guys have noticed. And I was wondering if there were any alternatives out there. So I started to do some research and I came up with this. It's by Pointer. I am not at all getting compensated for this. Unless you use my link below. I am an Amazon affiliate, and I'm going to put the links below for the 3 products that I found that I really enjoy. And I thought, maybe you could try them out too. And let's just see if we can find an alternative to the other ones. And I have a hard time finding unless I go on Amazon, finding the Fabri-Tac glue or the 3-in-1 in my area. I have to drive quite a ways out to pick some up. So anyway, I found this extra strong multi-purpose adhesive. It comes in an 8-ounce bottle. It's by Pointer. And I was like intrigued by the silicone glue properties and wanted to see how it compared to using Fabri-Tac. It's a polymer solvent adhesive, vinyl acetate, various additives, and non-aromatic hydrocarbon mixture. I have no idea what that is, but if you're a scientist, maybe you'll know. And this is, you have to make sure that your surfaces are dry, grease-free, dust-free. You need to close the lid after using. And it is ideal for sticking cardboard, fabric, foam, felt, plastic, and any other crafting project. So I thought, well, let's give this a try. And I used it last night. And what I did was I glued the same things down on a piece of lightweight cardstock. And one of my things is how it, let me talk about this other thing. So I've got that Pointer silicone glue. Sorry, hold on one second. Then the other thing I found is this tacky glue by Craftelier. I decided to give them a try. There was a bundle pack and I went ahead and got that, and it says ultra resistant all-purpose glue, incredibly versatile, clear drying, perfect for scrapbooking, cardboard crafting, and binding projects. High quality, non-toxic, acid-free. Well, this one came actually in a little kit, and I got it. It's has this little base you can put it in. It's got the cap, and then you can house that upside down while you're using it. And it also came with these tiny fine line little, they call them ultra fine tip applicators. So this just came in the box. And anyway, so I did get those in that. This was called the kit, Tacky Glue Kit. Then the other thing I was looking for were permanent glue sticks. And so currently I have been using these glue sticks by Doris, which I've been pretty happy with. They're non-toxic. I'll link those below too, but I didn't understand why it says all-purpose washable glue. So I was kind of concerned if I used it with mixed media, if the things that I put down with the glue, if they would come up. And so I have not experimented with this one, but I've been looking for something that would say permanent. So one of the other ones I tried was the Scotch craft stick. The craft stick, when I went on, I couldn't find this one, so this one popped up, and it's the permanent glue stick. So I wanted to see what the permanent glue stick was going to be. My other one that I use too it's an Avery glue stick. But this one again is washable, and so I was looking for something that would be permanent, not washable, because I want to use it with mixed media art. So that led to me taking a piece of just plain thin weight cardstock. And one of my things that I chose was fabric because as junk journalers, you know, we do bookbinding, and I wanted to make sure that whatever I used was not, one, going to come off, and two, even though I do stitch, and two, wasn't going to bleed through and show. So I got, and this is just thin sheet fabric because I thought if it's going to bleed through, it's going to show through on sheet fabric. And the other thing that I used was some just thin gift wrap paper, because if it's going to bubble, some glues that you use make it pucker the not wallpaper, but the wrapping paper. And so I wanted to find something that was going to lay it down flat and be permanent. So let me show you what how my results ended up turning out. So first I'm going to point out the wrapping paper. Now I used the silicone glue, the pointer silicone glue on this wrapping paper. And the only issue that I had was the fact that I did not spread it. I should have spread it, because I can feel in some places where it's underneath the paper because the paper's so thin. However, that being said, it did not raise up any bubbles, and so it laid it down flat. If I had used maybe like a scraper or took my finger and rubbed it on and made it smooth, then I know for sure that it would be smooth and you wouldn't be able to feel the adhesive underneath it. Then I took the Craftelier, which is this one, that's this one, and I put that underneath the gift wrap. Oh my gosh, the gift wrap is perfectly smooth. It dried clear. It doesn't have anything else on it. Any kind of sheen that you see is because I accidentally got this on it from this. But down here, like, you cannot see the glue. So this worked perfect with gift wrap, which I'm super excited about. So that there's like no bumping, laid perfectly flat, adhered really well. So when I bend it, the gift wrap's not coming off. And the same thing went for the silicone glue. When I bend it, like if I was going to put this on a binding, it's not, peeling up or coming off. The third thing I used was the Scotch permanent glue stick. And I'm going to put where the price points were. I should have pulled the price points up for you guys. In fact, hang on one second. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that so you guys can see how much it came up, and I'll be right back. So I went and I checked out some prices. Unfortunately, this is not available. How can it not be available? You can go to the Pointer site and it's not currently unavailable. Maybe they sold out. But I remember it was like maybe around the $4 mark, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I can't help you because I can't pull it up. So there's that. So anyway, but I did pull up the price for Fabri-Tac, which is 4 ounces was $12.92, and then 2 8-ounce bottles, which is a way better deal, is $25.56. So what does that end up being? Like $12.75 for an 8-ounce bottle. And I know that this was way cheaper. So anyway, hopefully they will restock, and I'll find out what's going on. Maybe I'll reach out to the company and find out what's happening. The Scotch sticks were a 24 pack and they were $16.30. So that's almost, what's that? Great. That's a great deal on these right now. And then the Craftelier glue, is a 16 ounce, which is $11.99. Then they have a kit, which is what I bought, which only has the 4 ounce bottle, 4.05. And it is only $8.99. And then they have a 2-liter jug, which I'm going to buy because I use this stuff like crazy. And it is $26.99. I'm telling you what, I am so impressed with this ultra resistant, non-toxic. I'm super impressed with this because I went ahead and used it to adhere fabric together. And it just, if I really pull, it comes apart. Well, I didn't do the edge, but in here where it's really stuck down, I have to like really pull for that to come apart, but it leaves it all nice and smooth. No bubbles, no bleeding. This dried overnight. So this has all dried overnight. Fabric to the paper, and I decided to try that fabric onto the wrapping paper to see if it would bubble. It did not bubble. It is perfectly, adhered on there without any kind of bleed through or anything like that. There's no shine. I have to really pull, and in fact, when I'm pulling it up, it's taking the paper actually with it. That's how good it's adhered down to the paper. So I'm thoroughly impressed with the Craftelier. It's gonna probably replace my art glitter glue. And then this is the Craftelier I already told you about on that. The fabric for the pointer, same thing. Super happy with that. There's no bleed through. This has dried overnight. And for me to pull it up, yeah, it's just pulling the paper up while I'm pulling. So it's definitely adhered down. I purposefully left a corner so that I could try the pull test. So that is excellent. No bubbles, no bleed through. It leaves it just like fabric. Doesn't feel kind of stiff. Even when I put it against the other piece of the sheet, I have the same thing, that when you put fabric to fabric, oh my gosh, I can't even pull. See how I left it up to see? I mean, it's taken a lot for me to pull that away. So I'm totally thrilled with the pointer silicone glue. And plus, I noticed that it didn't take my nail polish off. I mean, this nail polish has been on for a couple of days, and I did that out in the yard. But normally when I use the other one, the Fabri-Tac, it just takes all my nail polish off. So that's another bonus for this. Anyway, I don't know what it would do on artificial nails. I have no idea. If you have artificial nails, you can try it out. And then this was the glue stick. So I used the glue stick on the paper also because I wanted to see if it would be stiff afterward. It is not. I wanted to see how it would adhere, and I can peel it off a lot easier. It just, yeah, I would not use this as a permanent solution. I would glue it down and hold it onto paper and then stitch around, but I wouldn't use this as a permanent situation on something. So I don't recommend this if you're doing a cover and you're not going to sew around it or reinforce it somehow. So that's on the glue stick side. But the glue stick for paper to paper is excellent. So it doesn't come up. It's not like, maybe I didn't hit this corner perfectly, but it literally is bonding, and this wrapping paper is just sticking to the cardstock. So it totally bonds paper to paper. Awesome. So for me, all three of these, for what I use them for, is going to be totally my new go-tos, just because for financial reasons, I think it's inexpensive, and it's appearing that they're great products. So I hope that Pointer will replace theirs before too long. I hope they do. They've got other products up. Now, Pointer does make a glue stick. I have not tried it. And they also do make a tacky glue product. I have not tried. But these so far are winners for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know you guys all have your favorites, and I will let you know again in about a month of me using these, and I'll let you know how it's working out. So, let me show you the texture of the silicone glue. The silicone glue is definitely, and also how the tacky glue, Craftelier Crafty glue works. So this is definitely a little bit thinner consistency of, It does have a little smell, but it actually smells kind of nice, being that it's non-toxic. It's, you know, fine. But you can see how that texture, I mean, the consistency of it, how it went on. It's a lot more fluid, not as gummy as the Fabri-Tac. And also when it dries on your finger, you can roll it off. So it will roll off, which is another benefit. But see, if I had smoothed that one down, and the other thing is it dries super fast. So it's another great product if you're trying to get stuff laid down. You don't have to wait a really long time for it to settle up. And so, yeah, but see, it's on my finger, and then all I do is it'll just roll off of my finger. And that's a great cleanup because it's not, you know, not on there. So that right there, no bubbling of the gift wrap, and great product. So yeah, highly recommend. Tacky glue, let me show you how that one goes on. It's the same consistency, I feel, as the art glitter glue. So or not as thick as Aleene's, but you can see how I would say it's more like the art glitter glue. I've never tried the Barely Art glue. I did see the price for Barely Art for 4 ounces, $18.99. And art glitter glue was for an 8 ounce plus 2 ounces with 10 ounce for $24.75. So this is a great price for 16 ounces for $11.99. And it works just as well, if not nicer. And because it has the fine point, you can just, if you like the fine point of the art glitter glue and you use the needle tip, just put it in here and use that, and you get those with the kit. So that is that, my friends. It's perfect, doesn't bubble, and it does leave your fingers sticky. So but it rolls off my fingers when I'm rubbing them, so that's good. Yeah, so anyway, I hope you go and you check these out. Oh, the other thing I wanted to tell you, I love the little handy stand. It's so great. And if it drips out, it goes down onto here, I guess, if you accidentally. But the nice thing is you can tell that this is on because you hear a click. And I love that. I love the fact that I can hear it. And the same way with this one. When I put this on here, there's a little click that you hear. So I think that this is going to be a great product to use. I think it's not going to get all gummed up, you know, like the other one. So I think this is going to be a great product, and I'm going to leave you guys with that. So I would say, you know what, can't hurt, go try. It's not very expensive, and you know, we as artists go through tons and tons of adhesives, and everybody's different, and everyone's weather is different. And so I live in the southern states of the United States, and for me, this drying overnight gave me you know, everything I needed to do. So anyway, all right guys, see you later.